Hi, I am the Box Office Wizard, bringing you weekend box office predictions and movie review. For today's show, gonna give you an update on Beat the Expert, see where I'm falling at against the other websites and so forth that predict movies. Also give you my predictions for this coming weekend's box office. And last but not least, some movie news on some kind of different movies and so forth of what's been going on in the last couple of weeks. So, hey, sorry I didn't do a video last week. I actually was down for the count. I strained my back at work, and I just was pretty much laid up all last weekend. So it's still kind of bothering me some, but I'm able to move around a whole lot more. So I'm glad to be back on track. So 2 weekends ago on Beat the Expert, I actually came in second. And first place for that week was Box Office Mojo. Not going to go into all the other numbers though. But last weekend I was idle. I didn't put any numbers out. And but however though, Box Office Pro did come in first at 89.5%, which hurts me. Box Office Mojo was second at 87.9%, and in third with a good week was Box Office Profits at 83.3%. So overall, Box Office Pro maintains his lead at 83.2%. I'm in third at 81.6%, and Box Office Mojo's in second at 82.5%. So I got some catching up to do still. We've got about 4 months left. It's going to get harder. I need Box Office Pro to either slip up, or I need to just have an unbelievable blown out couple weeks. So either way though, having fun doing it, love doing it. So right now I'm still the current king, so that's a good thing. At least I can hold it to the end of the year if I don't finish on top. So predictions. Number 10, I'm going to go with Nut Job this weekend. It's now made $22.6 million worldwide. It does have a $40 million budget though, so this movie is definitely going to lose some money at this point, unless it just breaks out in a couple of markets overseas. So either way though, it's going to have a slow weekend. I'm going to put it at $2.2 million. And speaking of slow, I meant to mention it before I started the predictions, it is going to be a drastically very slow weekend at the box office as well. I don't know how long it's been since I've seen numbers that will be predicted, but either way though, it is going to be dead. So number 9, going to go with Girls Trip. This movie's now at $105 million in the U.S., $16 million overseas in the bank as well. This movie's going to have another good weekend. There's already talks now. There actually are talks, even though I've kind of been saying it the last several weeks, that they'll definitely probably have a sequel. There are now talks that they're going to do it. So since they're reporting it, you know it's going to be a done deal. So 40% drop this weekend. I'm going to put it at $2.34 million. Coming in 8th this weekend will be Spider-Man. This movie's now at $726 million worldwide, which is just great for it. This franchise, you know, I think that it's been a plus. I've liked most of the movies anyways. There's not really been a lot that I have where I watch them and go, that was just terrible. So either way though, we'll have a stronger, I think we'll have a less of a drop this weekend. I'm going to put it in at 35% down. 2.75 million will add to its total. 7th place this weekend will be in the movie called All Saints. And there's a guy named, it's kind of a, this is kind of your feel-good movie, your, you know, it would be more geared towards your Christian values, families, and so forth. But there was a guy named Michael Spurlock who actually was a salesman and decided to quit his job and to become a pastor. Well, he found a small church that was needing a pastor. It turned out there was only like a dozen people that went to the church. So lo and behold, he finally found some other members, or not other members, but other people who started attending. And they were actually refugees, and there were like 15 or so of them. So it brought the attendance up some. However, though, the church was still broke. So basically what the story's about is they figure out ways to try to save the church, and how to do that by listening to what God's telling them to do. So either way, though, it'll have an okay weekend for this type of movie. You know, money-wise, it's not going to do a ton of money, but either way, it should have about a $3.4 million weekend. So coming in 6th will be Logan Lucky. This movie really stunk up last weekend with just $7.6 million for a debut. The only reason why I'm going to go 50% is because there's not much else to watch this weekend based on what's coming out with the choices that are out there right now. Either way though, it's only going to make about $3.6 million, and that's maybe a stretch for this movie too. So coming in 5th this weekend would be Dunkirk. It's now approaching $400 million worldwide, which is just unbelievable. It should have another good weekend with just about a 40% drop. I'm going to put it at $3.9 million. Coming in 4th would be the movie Leap. I can really not find a whole lot about what this movie's about. The best thing I have seen is that it's kind of a documentary. It's supposed to be about experiments that go on, and it's supposed to like train people to do unusual, extraordinary things, I guess is a good way of saying it. But that's about it. I mean, there really wasn't a whole lot out there. But reviews I'm coming across says it's really good. It's been one of those where these numbers are so low and so high, or not very high, I really didn't know where to put this. So I just kind of went with a good feel of what I thought. I put 4.05 million. I have no idea how close I'm going to come on this one. This is going to be the one that either help me a lot or really just hurt my numbers. So if you happen to see this movie this weekend, let me know how it is. So third will be the movie Wind River. This stars Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen. And it's based on a movie of a murder that happens on an Indian reservation. I believe it's in the state of Wyoming. And so basically they're trying to track down what happened and so forth. This movie actually looked pretty good. I think if it was a different kind of weekend, this movie might even do better. But I think it will have some struggles dollar-wise, although it does look like it's put together very well. Definitely won't be one I'll go see, but I'll definitely probably pick up on Blu-ray. Should have an okay weekend. We'll put it at 5.1 million for this coming weekend. Coming in second will be Annabelle. It's continuing very well at 69 million now in the bank here in the U.S. It did cross over 100 million this weekend overseas, so it's doing very well there as well. 50% drop. I'm going to put it in at 7.7 million. And last but not least, number one, Hitman's Bodyguard. Been kind of debating a little bit on this, on where to put it. You know, it's got 28 million now in the U.S. Had a good weekend last weekend with its debut of 21 million. Nice thing is, it's going to be 2 weeks at number one, so that will definitely help its numbers. I decided to go with about a 50% drop. I'm going to put it in at 10.4 million. Movie news. Have you ever heard of the movie Wolf Warrior 2? I hadn't until actually my brother had mentioned it to me, and it debuted. Let me see what it was. Almost 132 million when it debuted. This actually was in China, where it was playing, and there is a Wolf Warrior 1, which I had never heard of either. But its second weekend, this is what blows me away, actually made 162.4 million. So it actually went up like 25%. Its third weekend was 84 million, and fourth weekend was like 36 million. This movie has now made almost $770 million in China alone, which is just unbelievable. I mean, it's one of those where I'd love to just see it now, just to see what the fuss is all about, number one. But hey, you might want to do some research on it, check it out. But it's definitely one that I hope they throw on Netflix, or they do bring to the U.S. where we can actually either purchase it, view it, or whatever. So neat thing for them is also it only had a $30 million budget. It's what's being reported. So this movie's making a lot of change and then some. So second, Warner Brothers has actually come out and said that there's going to be a standalone movie for some of their DC characters. Big one that they have reported is the Joker. It's supposed to be an origin story, and it's supposed to Todd Phillips is supposed to direct and co-script it as well. I couldn't remember what movie it was with him, so I looked him up, and it was The Hangover that he had one of the last movies he's done. Also, Martin Scorsese is supposed to actually help him produce it. So with those kind of people in line already to do this, I definitely think it'll be a go for it. So also, Boba Fett and Yoda are supposed to get their own standalone movies as well. They have been confirmed to be in development. Yoda's the one I'd want to see the most, but either way, I think they both be very well. So, last but not least, there's also supposed to be a remake of Nosferatu, and it's supposed to star the Split star of Anya Taylor-Joy, who was in Split, and also Robert Eggers is supposed to be writing and directing that. So that's one I do love. I think I have the 1922 version of it, and that's the one I absolutely love. So, but either way, though, it's kind of neat that they're going to do an update to that. So, hey, that's it for today's show. Get your predictions in below. Leave any other comments as well. And until next time, I'll continue giving you predictions you count on. They're better than the weatherman. Take care.